Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the digital classroom with Holy Heart Schools. Today, we are going to continue with our chapter Hydrosphere. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the currents of Atlantic Ocean and their influence on the adjoining areas. While going through these topics, we will be learning some new words like number 1, ocean currents. The general movement of oceanic water in a definite direction is called ocean current. Number 2, warm currents. Currents which flow from low latitude in the tropical zone towards a high latitude in the temperate and subpolar zones. Number 3, cold currents. Currents which flow from high latitude towards the low latitudes. Number 4, drift. The forward movement of the surface water of the ocean under the influence of prevailing winds is called drift. For example, the North Atlantic drift. Next we have currents. Currents are referred to as the movement of oceanic water in a definite direction with a velocity ranging between 3 km to 8 km per hour. Next, stream. Stream involves the movement of a large mass of Asiatic water like big rivers on the land surface in a definite direction with the velocity ranging between 6 to 10 kilometers per hour. For example, the Gulf Stream. Now next we have prevailing winds. The winds which constantly blow in the same direction throughout the air are called prevailing winds or permanent winds. Next we have Coriolis effect, the apparent force that arises because of the earth's spin around its axis and causes deflection of air and ocean currents. And at last we have icebergs, the floating mass of ice in sea or ocean. So now students, please open up your chapter number 11, page 83. But before we start with the topic, let's have a brief about the topic. To begin with the first one, well, to the north or south of the equator, there are two westward flowing currents, the north equatorial current and the south equatorial current. Now these currents derive their energy mainly from the trade winds that blow from northeast and southeast in the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere respectively towards the equator. Because of the deflection created by the rotation of the earth, that is the Coriolis force acting on it, these currents move almost towards the west. Between the westward flowing currents, there is a weaker current flowing in the opposite direction and it is known as equatorial counter current. The north and south equatorial currents pile water up against the eastern coast of South America, and because of the trade winds, they are weak along the equator. So let's start with the reading of the topic today. Currents of Atlantic Ocean. To the north and south of equator, there are two westward moving currents, the north equatorial current and the south equatorial current. And how these currents originate, that I have already explained. Now next one is the Gulf Stream current. The Gulf Stream, together with its northern extension towards the Europe, the warm North Atlantic drift, is a powerful and the swift Atlantic Ocean current. It originates in the Gulf of Mexico, exists through the Strait of Florida. Strait here refers to a narrow stretch of water body that joins two water bodies and separates two land masses. This strait follows the eastern coastline of United States and Newfoundland before crossing the Atlantic Ocean. At about 30° west and 40° north, it splits into two, with northern stream crossing the northern Europe and southern stream recirculating the West Africa. The Gulf Stream influences the climate of the east coast of North America right from Florida to Newfoundland. In fact, the climate of Western Europe and North Europe is warmer than it would otherwise be. This is due to the North Atlantic drift, one of the branches from the tail of Gulf Stream. So this is again a warm Atlantic Ocean current which run from Great Bank near Newfoundland to the Western Europe. So let's read. The Gulf Stream is one of the largest warm water currents. Warm water currents are those currents which originate from the low latitude, that is from equatorial region. It originates from the Gulf of Mexico about 20 degrees north. It leaves the Gulf of Mexico through Florida Strait and moves in the northeasterly direction along the eastern coast of North America. The average speed is about 30 kilometers per day and its average width is about 70 kilometers. Under the impact of westerlies. Now here westerlies are the permanent winds that blow in a temperate region from west to east. This warm current reaches the western coast of Europe about 70 degree north latitude. The general direction of flow of Gulf Stream north of 30 degree north latitude is northwards. Near Newfoundland, it is an island on the eastern coast of United States of America. Its water mixes with the cold water of Labrador Current, which is coming from the poles, which forms a very dense fog. When the hot and cold water meet, it forms a fog. And this type of foggy conditions provide us with the best fishing grounds of the world, but this area is very bad for the navigation of ships. So, the foggy condition around the Newfoundland hamper means hinder the navigation, means the movement of ships. From here, the Gulf Stream moved northeastwards under the influence of westerlies and the rotation of the earth, that is due to the Coriolis effect. Now this current is called the North Atlantic Drift, and as we have already learned that drift is the forward movement of the surface water of the ocean under the influence of prevailing winds. Now next we have North Atlantic Drift. In fact, the warm Gulf Stream current is deflected towards the east under the influence of the westerlies and the rotation of the earth and reaches Europe as a North Atlantic Drift. It flows in three directions: northward to the Arctic region as the Norwegian current, eastward to the United Kingdom, and southward along the Spanish coast as a cool Canary current. North Atlantic Drift is a warm current that keeps the port of Europe free from ice even in winters. Now let's come back to our reading. The North Atlantic Drift. Drift is a forward movement of oceanic water due to the prevailing winds. The North Atlantic Drift gradually widens and its speed decreases. It becomes a prominent, means important slow moving current. Near Western Europe, it splits into two parts. One part moves northwards past UK and Norway, while the other part is deflected, means change its direction southward as the cold Canary current. This I have already explained through the map. The warm water of the Gulf Stream and the North Atlantic Drift together modify the weather conditions of the eastern coast of North America and the western coast of Europe. In fact, due to the North Atlantic Drift, the climate of Western Europe and Northern Europe stays warmer than it would otherwise be. On the western coast of Europe, the seaports remain open even in the severe winter season due to the warm water of the Gulf Stream and the North Atlantic Drift. Due to it being a warm current, it keeps a port of Europe free from ice even in winters, so the ports here remained open in winters also. The next one is the Canary current. The Canary current is a western boundary current that branches south from the North Atlantic Drift and flows southwest about as far as Senegal, where it turns west and later joins the Atlantic North Equatorial Current. This current is named after the Canary Island. So now let's read. The Canary current is a cold current and flows along the western coast of Spain and Portugal and the northwest coast of North Africa. Now the next one is the Labrador current. The Labrador current is a cold current in the North Atlantic Ocean which flows from the Arctic Ocean towards the south. It flows along the coast of Labrador and passes around Newfoundland and continues till the south along the Nova Scotia. It meets warm Gulf Stream at the Great Bank southeast of the Newfoundland. The combination of these two currents produces heavy fog and also has created one of the richest fishing grounds in the world. In spring and early summers, this current transports icebergs from the glacier of Greenland. The waters of the Labrador Current have the cooling effect on the Canadian Atlantic provinces and the coastal New England, but rarely have significant effect on the water. The dense fog here hinders the visibility, hence it creates a hurdle for the navigation of ships. So now let's read. The Labrador Current is a cold water current which has its origin in the Arctic Ocean, and it flows from the north to south between Greenland and the Baffin Island. The average speed of the Labrador Current is about 25 kilometers per day. This current brings huge icebergs from the Arctic Ocean, and this I have already explained. The Labrador Current mixes with the Gulf Stream near Newfoundland. This helps in the growth of planktons, a feed for fish. Thus, the Great Banks near Newfoundland have become the ideal fishing grounds in the world. Ideal means most suitable. Now next we have currents of the South Atlantic Ocean. Let's start with the Brazilian current. The westward flowing South Equatorial Current splits as it approaches the continental shelf of Cape São Roque, Brazil. Now here the branch flowing southward of the South Equatorial Current becomes the Brazilian Current. It is the western boundary current like Gulf Stream and is indeed its southern counterpart. The Brazilian current further swings eastward at about 35 degrees south to join west wind drift flowing from west to east. Now next we are starting up with the Benguela current. Benguela current is a cold water current as it originates in the Antarctic Ocean. It flows along the southwest coast of Africa. The current is generally driven by the prevailing winds. The result of the Benguela current is the formation of vast Kalahari Desert in South Africa. Now next we are having Falkland current. It is a cold current that flows along the southeastern coast of South America. This brings huge icebergs from Antarctic region and creates a thick fog where it joins the warm water. The Brazil current. It is a warm current and flows southward along the east coast. Coast means an area adjoining the sea or ocean of South America about 40 degrees south latitude. Next we have Benguela current. It is a cold current which originates in the Antarctic region and flows along the coast of Southwest Africa, and this I have already explained. And at last we have Falkland current which flows along the southeastern coast of South America from south to north. So students, with this we are ending up with the topic of the day today. Please revise the topic and do the related question answers, and please keep exploring. Thank you.